Okay, right to the side sex. Leave the fire and the roof styles. I'm on the grind like we're chasing the stars. From Millmore to Do Valley, we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie and Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we give it all. From Millmore to Do Valley.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the KB Terrace Talk channel. It is the FPL show because it is a Friday night. Hope you're all doing well. If you want to, make sure to give the video a like to help the channel out and bring in some new audience members. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, make sure to also drop a follow. Tonight, obviously, we've got many things to cover, but we are joined by three people. We've got Tom. How are you doing, Tom?
Really, really good, Mers. It's Friday night. It's Christmas, isn't it? It's lovely.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what I will say. I was watching earlier. This is completely irrelevant. I was watching Deal or No Deal. Have you heard of Deal or No Deal, Mers?
Yeah. Oh, of course. I'm old enough to know what Deal or No Deal is.
Yeah, of course. Right. So they've got 20 boxes.
Yeah.
Right. And they all go like this. Oh, I'm going to choose box 13. Right. Sod that. In my head, it starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It makes no odds. And then maybe, they'll get some money. And this bloke, he gave up on 11 grand and he got 10p. Irrelevant, but anyway, great show. Cheers, Mers.
Okay, great random segue there for Deal or No Deal. We've got GH, the blind man who decorated his Christmas tree in the background, as you can see there. We still don't understand what is going on with that Christmas tree. How you doing, GH?
I'm all right. Yeah, my tree's going to stay like that. I don't care. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, each to their own. We still need to see that star, you need to tilt that camera so we can actually see the top of that tree.
Well, I have there isn't actually anything on the top.
And finally, we've got a Bushy who's cruising around the streets of Derby, trying to hit up those Facebook women, I think. I think he also might have crashed because obviously he's on his mobile phone. He might be having a cold moment right now. Bushy? Bushy? Yeah, he's definitely having a cold moment.
We'll tune in later once he's left Mablethorpe.
Yeah. Oh, no, look, he's moving. He's moving. It doesn't look like it's frozen anymore. Oh, no. Wow, this is riveting stuff here from Bushy. Hello, Bushy. Then this is why you never join a stream with a BTEC connection like a Carl. Right, if you want to get your comments in, please get your comments in and we'll answer and speak about all FPL related stuff. I think the first thing we're going to talk about is week 15 and the team of the week from there. Oh, we got a Bushy. Oh, no, Bushy's got two Bushies. We've got a Bushy.
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. How are you doing, Bushy? Cruising the streets.
Yeah, I'm here. Good to be on the show, Mers. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just currently on the motorway. So yeah, I think when I hit a signal spot, it sometimes boots out, but I'm happy to be here. I'm the FPL legend. I'm probably going to win it. So let's go.
I mean, you did win something, shall we say? As we're saying, we're kicking off with game week 16 and the battle for manager of the month. Lee, you actually got the most points in game week 15 with 60. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel better because I've had a couple of bad weeks, so it's nice to get back to basics, back to being number one. So I just need to now sort my captains out. Captain let me down last week, but I still did good with the points. So yeah, just need to. I should have picked Foden as captain last week, but it. Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I think pretty much. I think all of us probably had Haaland as captain in game week 15. Am I right in thinking that?
I didn't.
Oh no, GH. What did you do?
I captained Watermelon, which got me the same amount of points as Haaland would have got if he was my captain, so made no difference.
Yeah, you basically didn't do anything different there. I mean, it could have been worse. You could have potentially have captained a João Pedro who got 1 point, so that would have
true.
been 2 points. So yeah, that's not too bad. Obviously, Phil is still cruising at the top there for the Battle for Manager of the Month. He's now extended his lead at the top of the table. So he's got a little bit of a buffer zone, but there is still 4 more weeks to go in the December, man.
Yeah, I think the issue is Phil's still got 4 free hits left, wild cards. He's going to use.
He's got his triple captain.
Yeah,
I think it was a free hit. Yeah, he's got. Oh, bench boost. That's it. He's got the bonus point ones.
Yeah, he's activated that this week. The bench boost. I know that. He told me.
Yes. We've got a couple comments coming in. John is there. Evening, lads. Just sorting out Andrew. Hey, Bushy and Tom. Just appealing my lifetime ban at Rotherham. Lol. Cheers, Bushy. Yeah, Bushy with his foul mouth at the football doesn't surprise me.
People got scared. I asked him, why are you clapping? We've just lost fucking 3-0, you set of muppets. You know what I mean? They're all there clapping. Hey, well done. Oh, yeah, brilliant. We've lost 3-0. He's travelled from Scotland and I've spent 4.5 hours in traffic from Nottingham to get here to watch this pile of porny shit.
I can't believe you lost. Honestly, I lost my bet because of Blackpool winning.
Yeah, joke, mate. Absolute joke.
So that's why you lost then. There you go. GH jinxed you guys. GH, you're just a walking tour.
If I knew GH were backing us, I wouldn't have gone because I knew he were going to get it wrong. He never gets hope right with football.
Actually, I got the Villa game correct, but that's about it recently.
Oh wow. Yeah. When it comes to football, find out what GH is doing, bet wise, predictions wise, whatever it is, FPL wise, and just do the opposite to what GH does, and you might get a bit lucky. That's what we're learning at the moment on this KB Terrace Talk channel, aren't we? In terms of team of the week, though, we have Bruno Fernandes, who got the most points in FPL game week 15 with
I've just
18.
brought him in this week as well, Bruno.
Yep, because obviously in game week 18 you guys will be playing Wolves again, so yeah, he could be a nice little acquisition. Anyone from that particular team of the week that you guys might want to pick up for your teams that you haven't already got? Because you've got
maybe a City defender, because I haven't got a City defender, and look, 2 of them are in there. So
they're in there though because they scored goals. Yeah,
but still, I think City. I've underestimated City because originally I did have Ain't Nori in my team, and he got injured, so I took him out for Rico Lewis, because I thought, Rico Lewis, nice and cheap. He started the first couple of games, and I thought he might do well, and then he just stopped playing, and then I just gave up with their defenders. And looking at that, I think Chalobah's in my team, so he's a good defender. I think maybe I might look at getting a City one in the next few weeks if they continue to perform.
Yeah, Tom, would you want any of those players if you haven't already got them? I can read them out if you can't quite see it.
In the whole total, yes. If I've been honest with you, Mers, I'd have taken all 11 of them in my team this week.
Wow, really? For game week 15 just gone? Yeah, that's funny because I'm pretty sure all of us would. But for Game Week 16 and beyond, I think
I think Simons or Simmons, whatever it's called,
Oh yeah,
is an option definitely.
Yes, as Spurs fans said yesterday, it
But-
seems like David Simmons is now starting to show what he was signed for.
it's a bit
in the
like
first
Kudos.
place.
He's just done fuck all this season, apart from literally one game. Like, is it worth taking a risk, or do you think he's like too like hit or miss? That's the thing.
But, I mean, Kudos hasn't been as inconsistent as probably what you're trying to make it out as. I can have a look at his points right now. I will get up.
Well, Kudos has done more than Xavi Siemens or whatever, but I mean, he hasn't done much.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, so right now he ranks 18 out of 338 kudos for midfielders. So it's not the best. Like, obviously, you would be targeting probably better players, but it's at the same time not incredibly bad. Yeah, there's a fair few like 2-pointers or below, but he's picking up some consistent points, like in game week 14, 13, got 7 and 8 points respectively. And then, yeah, at the start of the season, he was picking up some points. So he's sort of a bit inconsistent, shall we say. As for Xavi Simmons, it would probably be a gamble. Got a couple more comments. Evening, lads. Respect to Bushy being in his car still, joining in. Have a great show, lads. Don't see anything other than finishing bottom come the end of the FPL season. As
That's
it
what I
is
like
what
to
it
hear.
is. No, Bob, dude. Right? That's not the fighting talk we need to be hearing from you, because you could potentially finish above the man below me, GH.
Nah, he's admitted defeat already. That's what I like to hear. No confidence.
You got to. GH is a tit. I traveled from Rotherham. Was really long journey from John. Yeah, it was. I can imagine. Took probably days on end for you to get there,
Wait,
John.
Blackpool to Rotherham isn't even that far, or wherever the hell it was.
No, from Rotherham to Rotherham.
Oh, was it a home game?
Yes, it was a home game.
Oh, all right.
Oh, GH.
Didn't GH say betted on it and he didn't know where the game was?
Yeah. GH just plucks like random bets.
I literally
he
just
bets
like click on it and just
randomly.
swipe away.
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna talk about the 5 free transfers that we all got. Have any of you used up your 5 free transfers?
I've done 4 or 5. You're muted, Tom.
Yeah, Tom, you're muted.
Mers, quick one, mate. When does
Yeah.
that kick in?
What, the 5 free the deadline is well, you already got the 5 free transfers.
Make
You just got to
as soon
do them
as you
before
use
the
them.
deadline if you want to make 5.
So is that like tomorrow before like
So-
11 o'clock?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before like 11 a.m. or whatever it is tomorrow morning.
It's tomorrow. Oh, you've got a bit of extra time. It's 1:30 tomorrow, so make sure.
Oh,
you
no
do them by
lunchtime
1:30.
game?
No, it doesn't seem to be. The next game is 3 p.m. tomorrow. There's 2 3 p.m.s. There's a 5:30 and an 8 p.m. tomorrow.
And
Okay,
8 p.m. on
so-
a Saturday, that's mental.
It's
But I mean-
because, well, it's because a lot of teams don't like the early start, so they get it switched around to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Right. So if I log onto my FPL, I'll have 5 free transfers.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have 5 free
I've done-
transfers that you can make.
I've done 4 of my 5, so that you do get them.
What were they, George?
Let me tell you. So if I go to my transfer history, I can tell you what I've done. So I've taken a risk. I don't know whether this will be a good risk or not, but not only have I put Gyökeres in my team, I've decided to captain him at the minute.
Okay, yeah.
Next, I've brought in Wilson for Kings because King is absolutely shit and hasn't done anything this season.
Yeah,
And
I've got Wilson.
Wilson's the top scorer for Fulham, and they've got a good run of fixtures coming up, so that's a good one. Then I've got Sabozalai for Gakpo. I wasn't too sure from my last midfielder who I wanted to go for, but I thought Szoboszlai is the most consistent player in Liverpool. He's played 90 minutes every single game so far for Liverpool, and we've got a fairly all right run of games, so I thought I'd risk it with him. And then what else did I do? Oh, brought in cash in defence for Reynildo, because Reynildo's not only got Newcastle, where I don't think they'll get a clean sheet. Second of all, he's going to AFCON shortly with Mozambique, so that'll be him gone.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one that Mers and George, what I would say is, I believe Szoboszlai is now the penalty taker for Liverpool as Salah has gone.
Probably, yes, because not only is Gakpo's also injured and he's got an unknown return date, Mo Salah's not available. I don't think Akatika has taken a penalty yet this season, and nor has Isak. I don't know, but Szoboszlai's taken a few. So it all depends what we play. If we play two up front, whether one of the strikers take it, or even one up front. But I think Szoboszlai is the most consistent in our team, other than maybe Gravenberch. But I thought I'll take a risk and see what Szoboszlai does.
Yeah, I brought in this week Saka.
Yeah.
Arsenal got Wolves, so I brought Saka in and I've captained him for tomorrow. I've also brought in Bruno Fernandes to the midfield, and I've also brought in Wilson from same as Gloriole. I've got rid of I've got rid of Watermelon, whatever he's called. I can't be doing with him. He's doing me head in. So made four changes. Oh no, and I brought in a Brighton defender as well.
Van Heck.
Yeah, that's the one. I brought him in as well. Pretty confident of them moves. I'm going to keep Ahmed another week, obviously, and then get rid of Ahmed because obviously he's going AFCON. So, he's been getting me points, mate. I got highest points last week, so pipe yourself down, Cheekles. So yeah, it's looking good. I'm confident that I'll have another good week this week. Confident Saka's going to bag a few against Wolves, because Wolves are absolutely terrible. I watched them against Man United and they just fell to pieces at times. So I think if Arsenal don't win that by 4 or 5, there's something wrong.
Well, you do have to factor in their best defender, Calafiori. One of their best defenders is suspended, and one might be injured. And then we've also got Gabriel out, and is Saliba.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about defending. You're playing Wolves, mate.
Yes. Before we carry on, catch up with the comments. So we've actually got an actual question
in
regards to FPL. How do I start FPL? Can you give me some tips? Now, not too sure if you're still in chat right now, because you did put this message in 5 minutes ago, Prab. Now, I would like to know, is it a case of you're starting FPL right now? So you haven't started like game week 1. You've started your account now and you're wanting some tips, because how you deal with things right now could be quite interesting, because you're going to be playing catch up now.
But he'll have all his chips available, won't he?
He will have all his chips available, but playing catch up and trying to climb the leaderboard at this point will be a very interesting move. But in terms of what you're wanting to do, so for instance, one of the good key tips that I have, and I've got a screenshot of it right now, is you have this right here, which is all the fixtures that you can see. And they do color code them to like who's got the easier fixtures, hard fixtures, and so forth. And you can use this to try and figure out what teams to try and target for transfers. So if I'm going to use this as an example right now, so looking at someone like Brentford, so this game week, they've got Leeds at home, then they've got Wolves away, then Bournemouth at home, Tottenham at home, Everton away, Sunderland at home, Chelsea away, Nottingham Forest at home, Aston Villa away, and Newcastle away. So you could argue for at least the first 6 weeks of that, they've got some easy fixtures. So that kind of is a team that you might want to target. Now, if you feel like they're good at keeping clean sheets, maybe target one of their defenders. But most importantly, if it's easier matchups, especially at home, like Leeds at home, Wolves, even if it's away, then someone like Thiago is a very good one because he's consistently getting points as a striker. Could even maybe use him as a captain option against Wolves because Wolves are just leaking goals like crazy.
They are indeed.
I hope that Thiago would score at least a goal or two in that game. But you can use this as a kind of like a guide for where to start building your team if you have only just started your account. Because the first week of any new account, you get unlimited transfers. So
true, you do, don't you?
You can keep chopping and changing the team until deadline. So if you see the press conferences and a manager gives an update on an injury or something like that, then you know, oh, maybe I can put that player in, or suddenly, they're out for quite a lot, out for a lot longer than predicted. Okay, I'll get them out of my team and bring somebody else in. But you can use this as a guide to help target certain teams, because as you can see, the greens are considered the easy matches, whilst like the reds or the dark red is considered the harder matchup. So looking at this, someone that's got a lot of hard games would potentially be, especially in say like the next 5 weeks, could be someone like Crystal Palace because they've got Man City this week, and then they've got Newcastle away in game week 20. So it might be a team that you might want to avoid getting attacking players for, although Crystal Palace are quite good this season. So you never know, they might be able to nick a result anyway with that. But once you've made all your transfers for at the start, you'll then get one free transfer each and every week that you can use to make changes to your team. So if someone gets injured or you just think someone's not performing well, you can go and take them out and replace them with somebody else. But you have 100 million budgets. Just make sure.
Remember, you can bank up your transfers up to 5.
You
so
can.
if you don't want to use them all in one go, if you don't want to use them each week, you can make 5, and then you're laughing.
Yeah, and then obviously, like, you've got your chips, like triple captain, which would mean whoever you've captained that particular week, you'll get the base points times 3. Captain gets times 2 normally. So you always want a captain who you think is going to get the most points that particular week. Normally, you target strikers or wingers or something like that. But then you got bench boosts. So always make sure you got a strong bench for bench boosts, because you want to maximize the amount of points that you get. Again, you try and look at the weeks where all your players have got the most easiest fixtures for something like a bench boost, because you want to maximize your points. And then you get a free hit, which is only available for 1 game week. Then your team goes back to the way it is before. And then wildcard is similar to like that week 1 when you started your account, where you get unlimited transfers for 1 week. But you also want to be targeting players that you think might go up in value as well, because if players go up in value, the amount that you can spend on your team goes up. I don't know if anybody knows that, because you might always think you've only got 100 throughout the year. No, when players go up in value, you might get more to spend, but if they go down in value, you get less to spend.
Yes, that's annoying. That.
Yeah. So if some player gets injured, the quicker you get them out of your team, less likely you're going to lose out on price drops. Anybody want to add anything to that about like advice on how to start FPL?
Yeah, just a quick one. If that person wants to follow me, I'll show them how to win the FPL.
You mean what? You mean me?
Sorry, where are you on the leaderboard? I just need to get that and just double check, because I'm pretty sure you're not top of the table. Don't take advice from GH. That's the number 1 tip.
Well, no, the best advice you can take is just do the opposite of what I tell you to do.
So that's your tip. Do the opposite.
If I tell you to bring Watermelon in, you bring his rival in. So
okay. So you're saying don't bring in the Newcastle striker, bring in the Sunderland striker instead.
To be fair, I think this week, Sunderland being at home, they should win the match, and I do think Isidore will score. So there's a tip from me. If you want a good striker, get Isidore.
Okay. Do you agree with that, Tom? Do you agree with GH's statement? You think that Isidore for Sunderland could be getting a goal this week?
Have I still got Isidore in my team? I think I have.
Oh,
I think I have. Let me check.
Yeah, you're gonna need to check
Looks
that.
at your team, Warley. After I've said that.
Unless I got rid.
Oh, I see he's checking that. I have a Brighton player in my FPL, only playing loser fools tomorrow.
You're not winning.
Probably a
tomorrow,
good
buddy.
idea to have a Brighton player in your team for playing against.
I should have put
Liverpool.
Ekatike in my team. He's
Yes,
probably going to get a couple.
I have Isidore in my team.
Way.
Okay. And you love that Bushy JPV Van Heck. What a player! Got 2 goals against Villa and assist against West Ham last weekend. Yeah, he looks like a good option to have, Van Heck. I think I put him in some free hit advice or
I considered him. I considered him.
Wildcard advice.
I just thought cash was a better option.
Oh, lads, I've just checked my thingy. Look,
Yeah.
I've got me 5 free transfers. Happy days. So you weren't
Yes,
lying.
which was said earlier.
So you weren't lying.
Now, just remember,
No.
before you jump your guns and you transfer somebody out, see how long they're unavailable for. Because for me, I could have got rid of Calafiori this week because he's red, but he's only out for 1 match because he's suspended. So I thought I'll keep him. Because remember, if you get rid of Calafiori, I'm going to get the value. I'm not going to get his full value for him. I'm going to get whatever I bought him for, however it works.
Now, GH did 4 transfers. Bushy did 4 transfers. What are you thinking, Tom, with the 5 free transfers? Will you make 5 or will you make less?
Is it 5 and that's it? You've got to make 5.
No,
You don't have to make the 5. I thought you know the rules of the FPL. You don't have to make the 5. You could make just the 1.
The traditional rules were always the best, but these new rules to help you lot out, right?
Arsenal, I've been playing since like donkey's years.
Right, so
if you don't make any transfers, your free transfers will stay at 5 because they can't go above 5. So,
but if I was to play a bench boost, could I still make the? No.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you do the bench boost, you can still make the 5 transfers.
It's not a free hit, so you can use your 5. Let's say, for argument's sake, you've got 5 players that are all red, and you wanted to make sure you can use your bench boost. You transfer those 5 out for 5 players that are playing, then activate your bench boost and your cushy.
Right, so I'd say Kyle Walker's gone, Sharda's gone, Nemechia for Leeds.
He's injured.
I've got Isidore and Haaland as my other strikers. I'd probably get rid of Jacob Murphy. And I'd try and make a bit of room for maybe Bruno Fernandes. Maybe.
Okay, so just use one. Okay, so you're going to potentially make 4 transfers. So you're going to be in the same category as GH and Bushy. And I'm pretty sure Phil made all 5 transfers.
I think
so. That's quite interesting. So at the moment, majority of you are saying 4. I've made 3. I've only done 3. Now, I personally, my biggest bit of advice would be with these 5 free transfers, if you can, try to avoid doing more than just the 1, because if you do the 1, you're going to be back to 5 anyway next week. If you do 0, you don't gain anything from it. So ideally, at a minimum, make sure to try and do 1 transfer so that you're back up to 5 at least next week. But the reason for that, I think you can use it as a mini wild card and save it for a bit later in the season. So I know obviously right now we're heading into probably the the busiest period in the calendar because you've got like 6 Premier League games this month. Obviously, European teams got the midweek fixtures and stuff. And then obviously at the start of January, you've got the FA Cup as well. And there's potential for injuries or or rotations to be happening there. And if you play all your wildcard, all your free transfers now, you're not gonna you're gonna have to bank them. And
yeah, that's true. If you let's take Liverpool for example, if you have, for whatever stupid reason, have got a Liverpool centre back in your team, and one of them gets injured, we haven't really got any good replacements. So you're gonna want to go else. You're gonna want to go elsewhere and bring in a better centre back. So you've got to remember that. The reason I say Liverpool, for example, is because our centre backs primarily are going to be playing a lot of minutes because we haven't really got many replacements. So there's a good chance they could get injured. So
exactly,
you just got to remember that can happen.
So Crystal Palace, for instance, because the fact that they are playing midweek fixtures now, and they don't really have the biggest of squads. And look at Munoz; he didn't play last weekend, to be fair. So this injury technically started before last weekend's fixtures, but it happened on the weekend. But he is injured until the 17th, or this is the estimated return, is the 17th of January. So that is a lot of games he's going to be missing out.
Nearly, well, that pretty much is a month.
Yeah, and he was one of the highest scoring defenders that you could possibly have in FPL.
How will that affect Palace, I wonder? Will they drop a lot of points because of this, or do you think they'll be able to cope without him?
Defensively, they should be able to cope without him. However, offensively, they could struggle without Munoz.
Do you know who Munoz's replacement will be? It'll be Nathaniel Klein, probably, won't it?
Yes, that would.
And he's notoriously shit.
I think Palace are in a very. This is a strange season for Palace. It'll be great for the fans, but I know for a fact that their manager will get took away. Mark Gahey will go, and then they'll get torn apart. Unfortunately, for Crystal Palace. I mean, Mark Gahey, I assume he's in all of our teams, yeah?
He wasn't in my team. However, I will probably be bringing him in. I've actually brought him in. Yeah, no, I've brought him in now. So I took Munoz out. That was one of my free transfers. So I took him out and brought in Guehi. So I had Munoz instead of Guehi.
I mean, George, you'll probably agree, George, that the biggest mistake Liverpool made was not signing.
Like, we only pursued it on the last day of the window, for God's sake. It's stupid. Utterly ludicrous.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
So
and the funny thing is with Guehi, I remember saying, get him into teams as a transfer option for Liverpool because of the fact that at the time it looked like it was going to go through, basically.
But Palace are clever. Palace are very, very clever. We're not.
I don't think it's technically Palace were clever with the Guehi transfer.
Well,
he just said, if he goes, then I go. Is what Glasner said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And that is clever because literally they don't want to lose Glasner after how good of a season they had last season, getting into Europe and everything. That would just be detrimental to their growth, I think.
He's the next manager of Real Madrid. I said this last night. He's the next manager of Real Madrid.
I doubt it, but you never
know. John is saying my name, Mers. What would you like, John? Is there a question? If there's a question, feel free to put in chat. We are going to go through my transfer. So obviously I said I've made 3. Said I've got Guehi. I also brought in Foden. So I dropped Semenyo and brought in Foden. And then the other one I did was it's Gakpo for Foden. And then I dropped Minte and brought in Dewsbury Hall because Dewsbury Hall has been pretty consistent. For Everton, I think out of all the midfielders for Everton, I think Dewsbury Hall is probably the best one to own. Like, would you guys agree? Because obviously early on in the season it was all about
Grealish.
owning Grealish. Would you still want to own Grealish over someone like Dewsbury Hall?
No. Dewsbury Hall's better than Grealish. Grealish is a fraud.
George. Oh, glory hole. Grealish is a fraud. That's quite incredible. George, bearing in mind you did not include N'Golo Kante into your Rushmore last night, and he wasn't even an honourable mention, is incredibly questionable. I think Grealish, did he not win Premier League of the Month in the first month of this season?
He did of this season, yes.
Yes, yeah, the first month. But what's he done since then?
Well, he's chipped in with
He
other
scored the
bits.
other day, didn't he?
Did he? No, that was Dewsbury Hall.
No, but that week, the week before.
Yeah,
I'm sure
Grealish has scored recently and also got assists. Like this season, he's got 2 goals, 4 assists. Admittedly, those 4 assists were in the first 3 weeks, but he did score against Bournemouth. However, I think with Grealish, it's not necessarily that. It's the fact that he can win fouls.
Yes.
And then obviously it leads to set pieces. So it's not just about his output. I think the problem is from an FPL standpoint, Grealish probably isn't the most ideal to own because he's probably not actually going to get a huge amount of output because what he brings to the table as a player is about, like, as I said, winning those fouls. So it's not really an FPL based points thing. Got a question again from Prab. As GH said, he is taking a risk this game week. So is this a calculated risk or just a gut feeling? GH, is it gut feeling or is it a calculated? Have you got actual good reasoning behind it?
I've had a look at the fixtures coming up. So I think my transfers are saying this.
Okay, so for instance, I think the main one was Gyökeres. You said you're taking a risk on Gyökeres.
Oh, right. Okay, so
what is the reasoning behind that risk?
Okay, so I've seen your fixtures coming up, and I don't think they're the most difficult of all fixtures. I think Gyökeres got 45 minutes in the last game, so there's a good chance that he'll probably start against Wolves, and it's Wolves. They're shit, right? So you're expecting the striker to score at least a couple of goals. So I just thought Watermelon's got Sunderland. Sunderland at home. Is that a game that he'll score in? Who knows? But it's a lot harder than Wolves at home. So I thought, I'll take a risk and see what happens. And I did look at your fixtures because you've got Everton, Brighton, Villa. Okay, Everton, you probably should win. Brighton, again, you should win. Villa, maybe not. But Bournemouth, Liverpool, Forest, United, Leeds, Sunderland, you could easily win all of that lot. And Gyökeres could do quite well, I feel like.
Okay, so very interesting to go with that. Now, the good thing is I am the Arsenal fan, so I can probably give out some good opinions in regards to Gyökeres. So, in regards to Gyökeres, I think the problem you're risking here with him right now is potential bit of minutes risk. Like he could get subbed off around that sort of 60th minute mark. Or he could even start on the bench because, like, look at Mikel Merino. He did quite a good job in the absence of Gyökeres. You've also got Jesus who came on against Club Brugge.
Jesus
people look. No, but the lot of what people were saying is Gabriel Jesus in like 10 minutes did a lot more than what Gyökeres did in the whole time he was on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, another observation that's being made about Gyökeres, he's not making many runs in behind. He's playing very bit deep, similar to like what John has been saying about Altamade at Newcastle, playing a bit too deep, not necessarily playing off of the defenders. And as a striker, you kind of need that. If he's not doing that, can you guarantee he's going to get goals? Probably not. And he also drifts out wide, which then opens it up to maybe people like Saka, Trossard if he's playing, or Madueke, or whoever's on that left-hand side instead, come inside and scored goals instead. So I think it's probably a very risky, calculated risk for Gyökeres. And Tom's going to say something.
Can I just say something? Mers, you'll know better than me, mate. Who's been starting? Mourinho or Mourinho?
Marino.
Marino or Gyökeres? Who's been starting the games?
So whilst he was injured, Marino was starting. Then when he came back, Marino continued to start, but Gyökeres did start against Club Brugge in the Champions League this week.
I think the thing is he was just not 100% fit to start last week. I think it probably would have been stupid to start him.
Mers, what was Marino's record whilst he was starting ahead of Gyökeres?
Pretty damn decent. I'll just confirm right now for the Premier League. So he scored 2 goals, 3 assists or something like that. I don't know if all of those games were during that time of the injury, but going from game week 11 and beyond, it's 2 goals, 3 assists, which points-wise look like this: 5, 5, 9, 13.
But remember, because he's a midfielder, he's going to get more points for scoring than Gyökeres is.
Exactly.
Well, exactly, George. Exactly.
But now Gyökeres is back. You guys just be prepared for what's going to come.
Listen, George. I remember Gyökeres when he was playing at Coventry City. And our another member of our podcast, Mark, will happily tell you about how good that man is. And trust me, I've witnessed it with my own eyes how good he is. However, it's a big call to bring him in.
It is. He's my captain as well at the minute.
Well, there you go.
We'll have to wait and see to see if it pays off. We got another question from Radugav. I'm going to say, hello, welcome on into the stream. He's saying, should I play my free hit now or in game week 19? So again, we can come back nicely to this lovely screenshot of all the fixtures. So if you're looking at, like, say, game week 19 and then comparing it to game week 16. So in game week 16, you do have some favorable matchups. So for instance, you've got Arsenal against Wolves, and you had to just see the example of what Man United did against Wolves, and Arsenal are considered a better team than Man United this season. So you would expect, at least at a minimum, Arsenal to be kind of in that sort of ballpark in terms of scoreline. So at a minimum, 3, hopefully. Maybe, but if you're looking at when Arsenal played Leeds as well at the start of the season, that was 5 goals. So you're looking at probably 3 to 5 goals. So you could easily target Arsenal midfielders, attackers, maybe even a defender if you really want to. So you could get 3 players from Arsenal. Brentford are playing Leeds. Now, admittedly, would you have a Brentford defender? Probably not, but you could go with Thiago as a guarantee. Chelsea are playing Everton. Not necessarily favourable. Fulham are playing Burnley, so you could go with a couple of Burnley players like Anderson, Harry Wilson. So you can almost guarantee at least, I'd say, 5, 6 players right there that will hopefully get good, and then you can just pick from the rest. But looking at game week 19, looking at the same. So who's playing Wolves that
United.
particular week. It's
United
Man
are.
United. So look at what they did. And this time they're at home. So you probably could go over Bruno Fernandes. You could try and get Mateus Cunha, and maybe one other Man United player that week. Then Newcastle got Burnley.
Yeah.
So again, potential good one for points. Then Liverpool got Leeds at home. So again, potential matchup. Crystal Palace got Fulham at home. Brighton have got West Ham. So I would probably say, actually, looking at that, the more favourable matchups will be back at that game week 19 because it's like a mirror of the weekend just gone in 15. So I'd probably say game week 19. GH, what do you say?
Man United against Wolves, yes, they'll win that one comfortably. Obviously, Newcastle will beat Burnley comfortably. I wouldn't say, after what I've recently seen, I wouldn't say Leeds is an easy match for Liverpool. It's a bit of a 50-50. I do agree. I think the more favourable matches for it is 19. I do see more opportunity. Like Brighton have got an easy-ish game. Palace should have a fairly easy game. I think overall you're more likely to have a better bunch of people to pick from if you go 19.
Tom, what do you say?
No, I actually agree with yourself and George, to be honest with you, because Wolves will go down as one of the worst teams in Premier League history. I think the fans accept that, and everybody realizes that. I think you're going to want to bank up on those fixtures you just spoke about there, Mers, because, so I'm not going to play my free hit. Thanks for the info, lads. It's a fair point, and yes, absolutely. Yeah, I won't play it yet.
Yeah, and like I say, you can use last week as a sort of mirror. So, GH, I know you're talking about the Liverpool Leeds game. Obviously, it was 3-3 last weekend. Who knows? Let's imagine if it was 3-3 again, then that means you could target those kind of attacking players.
Just bring Ekatike in because he got 2 goals in 2 minutes.
Exactly.
And I was considering bringing him into my team as well this week, but I just thought, the way Liverpool are at the minute, I wasn't confident with him, but he probably will score in that game.
I would probably look at targeting Ekatike because, again, you got Wolves. You got Wolves in game week 18. So
very, very good.
That is favourable.
Well, if Gyökeres doesn't perform this week and maybe next week, then I might go with Ekatike instead, bring him back in.
So I would. It seems then the answer to your question is go with game week 19. Any other questions? If you want, put them in the comment section. If you're enjoying today's stream, please make sure to drop the stream a like as it helps out the channel, and drop a follow because every Friday we will obviously be doing these FPL streams. Could be potentially moving to a Wednesday, but we're not 100% sure. In terms of other things to talk about, then obviously I'm top of the table. And if you do want to join our FPL League, I'll put it up on stream right now so you can join. There's quite a few people in the general KB Terrace Talk League. There it is right there for you right now. So you can join that one. We've got about 80 people, I think it is, in the league.
Come on, can we get to 100? Can we get 15? To 100 before the end of the year?
Yes, it would be nice to get there by the end of the year with that sort of amount of people. But I'm only 15th. So I'm not necessarily the best, but I am top of the one with the pundits, though. And that's the one that matters the most to me because I'm not getting manager of the month. I'm battling for manager of the season instead. Right. So looking at things, I want to right now do a little mini sort of segment in terms of talking about ideal players and stuff. So we're going to start off by talking about goalkeepers. So I'm going to list 10 goalkeepers. I want you to pick me the 3 that you think are the best options to go for in FPL. So I've got, and one is injured at the moment, which is Nick Pope, but you still should consider him. Nick Pope, Emi Martinez, David Raya, Pickford, Rolfs, Dean Henderson, Sanchez, Vicario, Donnarumma, and Pickford. Which 3 goalkeepers do you think are the best ones to go for FPL?
Wow.
And why?
No, well, I'd pick a keeper that's not even on that list.
No, you got to pick the ones from that list. No, there's no Allison. I'm sorry,
No.
there's no Allison.
I wasn't going to say Allison.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say Dubravka just because of his price.
Oh, yeah, but you're not going to start Dubravka. This is about starting them, GH.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll rule out Dubravka then. Let's see. Probably. To be fair, Villa are doing well at the minute. Villa's keeper.
Okay.
Martinez.
So you're saying him for 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Martinez because they're doing well. Okay.
Who else is doing well?
So Pope, Raya, Pickford.
I think
Henderson,
obviously
Sanchez.
Raya's got to be number 1.
Yeah.
And then maybe you know what? From what I saw against, was it Man United? Yeah, it was Man United when Pickford was absolutely unreal. I might have to go Pickford number 2, you know.
Pickford number 2. Okay. I mean, Pickford has been quite a consistent one over the years for points in FPL, to be fair. So that's a good one. So your choice is Ryan number 1, Pickford number 2, and then you said Martinez for number 3, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom, what would your 3 goalkeepers be?
Is this in respect to
Trying to get the best points necessary.
best points? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Best points. Okay. Fair enough. So, what this season?
Yeah. So if someone's wanting to do a transfer,
Yeah.
who would your top 3 potential candidates be for the rest of the season?
Would you give me the list again, please, Mers?
Yeah. Nick Pope, Emi Martinez, Raya, Pickford, Rolfs, Henderson, Sanchez, Vicario, Donnarumma, and Pickford.
Okay, so the 3 goalkeepers all mentioned. George, did you know who Emi Martinez used to play for?
Yeah, Arsenal.
Whilst he was at Arsenal, who was he loaned out to, George?
Rotherham, I don't know.
Yes, he was. Mind blown, I can imagine. Yes. Emi Martinez, World Cup winner, was on loan at Rotherham United, and he changed everything.
Of all clubs.
Exactly. It's mental, isn't it? So,
Sheffield, Oxford, Wolves, Getafe, Reading. Wow.
yeah, and Rotherham. Do you know what Martinez said when he won the World Cup? You see the speech? When
He
they
said, I
interviewed him.
will play for Villa.
No, they interviewed him and he said, does this rank as one of your greatest ever achievements? And Martinez said, he says, in Argentinian or Spanish or Portuguese, whatever, he said, no, stopping Rotherham from getting relegated is higher than me winning the World Cup.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He did. So Martinez comes in 3rd. In 2nd, it would be the Palace keeper, Henderson.
Henderson, yeah.
And in number 1, it would be Pickford.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
No Raya.
Nope.
Okay, so
I've got no knowledge,
selection.
apparently.
Well, no, Yeah, it's kind of understandable to some of those picks. Like I said, Pickford's been quite consistent in terms of points.
Yeah, the word is quite.
I think I would say Raya has to be number one because of the fact that if you're thinking about like points, you want to be picking the team that's likely to get the most clean sheets in the season, and Arsenal has to be one of the leading candidates in that ballpark. I would probably say Pickford number two because I think Everton will pick up clean sheets, but also Pickford will get a lot of save points as well.
Yeah.
So Pickford, I think, would be my number two.
You must have got against Man United. You must have got an unbelievable amount of points.
Yeah, he could have got bonus points as well. To be fair, I know like Sanchez this week in a ball draw got 10 because he got 3 bonus points, a clean sheet, 2 points, and some save, like 1 point for some saves as well. But I think my third choice would be Donnarumma because I think if you want to get somebody in nice and early right now for the rest of the season who'll probably pick up a lot of points, I think Donnarumma is going to be that guy because I think second half of the season and also with January transfer window, like they'll probably go out and buy themselves a right back as well, sort out that defense a little bit.
Defense.
I think Donnarumma might be a sneaky little pick for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Donnarumma as my third option. But we've got a couple more comments. So Bob, dude, not backing your team, then GH.
I mean, come on, you can't put Alisson in because A, Mers didn't say Alisson.
Yeah, not putting Alisson in that one.
And B, Alisson can't really do a lot with the shit defense.
The defense in front of them. Yeah. GH, remember, so Bozolite is on 4 yellow cards. Just worth keeping in mind.
Yeah, that is a good point.
He did.
I did notice that, but I thought, let's be real. Hopefully, I would have used my bench boost by the time he gets that yellow, but we'll see.
And then got somebody asking for Radu is asking for us to look at his team, and I have actually screenshotted it. I've managed to get it. So for the first time on the live stream, we're actually going to look at a viewer's
wait,
team.
did he put it in the? Where did he? Oh, his ID.
There you go. He's put the ID in.
Oh, very nice.
Right.
Oh,
here.
actually, not very nice. We've got Goodmanson.
Oh, wow. Okay, let GH lead the way with this. Go on then, GH.
I mean, I got rid of Goodmanson weeks ago. He's useless. Get rid of him. Actually, to be fair, it's not too bad. Gibbs White maybe is a bit of a iffy one. Dubravka, I wouldn't have Vicario. O'Reilly, yeah, he's all right. To be fair, that's not too bad. If you get rid of Gibbs White, Goodmanson and Vicario, you've got a pretty decent team there.
Yeah, I think getting rid of Goodmanson would probably be a good shout. I know obviously Leeds been all right in terms of performances, but not keeping clean sheets. So getting rid of Goodmanson, because like I said earlier, you want to have a strong bench for things like bench boost, and you want to get yourself ready for when bench boost reactivates. I know a time for doing bench boost can be if there's double game weeks, because we in the second half of the season, a lot of things that will be mentioned is double game weeks in terms of chips like triple captain, bench boost. Now, in order to use both of them, you're going to have to hope that there's 2 different double game weeks separate to each other, so you can play triple captain in one, bench boost in the other.
That's unlikely, isn't it? Or is it?
If it's going off of like last season, the way that they did the FA Cup, it's probably going to be highly unlikely, because I think last season there was only 1 actual double game week.
Yeah, and the thing is with double game weeks, it's not every team, is it? So
yeah. Munoz is obviously injured, so you want to be getting Munoz out of there. Go for Guehi instead, or Lacroix. I do like O'Reilly. He's getting a lot of good attacking output for Man City. as well. Got Timber. Timber was flagged as injured, but he might be fit for.
I think
also should be okay.
I think the press conference was he'll assess it in the morning and see what's what. It's one of those ones, isn't it?
Dan Burn. I personally, if I was wanting to own a Newcastle defender, for me personally, it would be Livramento at the top of the list. Like, what would you guys say?
No. Shaw, surely.
No, because Burn and Shaw are too quite defensive, aren't they? I know Burn's good in the air with like set pieces and stuff. Does he?
Shaw does score goals, but
surely you want. Obviously, there are certain players like your Arsenals or your Palace centre backs, but a lot of the time you want an attacking fullback, wing back, don't you?
Yeah. You probably, well, not necessarily with defensive contributions this season. Having centre backs is not the most silliest idea to have anyway, because you've got a lot of centre backs are actually the most highest scoring defenders in this year's FPL. But I think for me personally, I think Vicario out, go for like we just mentioned, probably like a Pickford or a Raya instead. Burn for maybe Livramento, maybe Fiore as well, because like Newcastle fans are rating him quite highly at the moment. Yeah. Goodmanson out. You could go for, instead of Goodmanson, I'd probably go up in price bracket a little bit for. Let me have a look at my. Could maybe go for a Van de Ven because he's quite cheap. He's below 5 million.
I've got him.
You don't want Van de Ven when they can't keep a clean sheet. Hardly.
Yeah, or if you want an really out of there, Van Heck, which was mentioned earlier, he could be a good one.
Oh yeah, for Brighton, yeah.
Yeah. Then in midfield, I think you should get probably rid of Semenyo.
Well, as Phil says, Semenyo's back. Or going to be back soon. That's why he kept in.
We'll have to wait and see. Eze is a minutes risk, so probably take him out. I think the only person you can really go for guaranteed with the Arsenal midfield is Declan Rice.
Well, no, isn't Rice still injured?
He's could be back. It's illness, so it's a late fitness test. NDI, I think you probably could change that to Dewsbury Hall if you wanted to, but I don't think that's too bad of an option because he is Everton's penalty taker. As for the front three, Haaland is you have to have Haaland. Jared Bowen, it could be a temporary one. Depends on what they also do in January. If they can really boost that squad and help his output, then he might be a good actual long-term one. And Danny Welbeck, it's probably a one to watch with Danny Welbeck. He's been quite good with scoring goals this season, but if his form dips and maybe segue to somebody else, he could be a good rotation option. But I think if I was rating that team out of 10, like I used to do with the FIFA reviews, I would rate that team probably like a 7 out of 10, I think.
6, 7.
Hey, my little girl would love you, George.
Oh my God,
don't But you know about Danny Welbeck, don't you? You heard about his dad.
Oh God, here we go. Bad joke time. Yeah.
He was a bomb disposal expert. What was he called?
Don't know.
Stan Welbeck. Welbeck.
Well, I was going to make a joke. I was going to say that's O'Reilly good defender, but you know.
George just said 6'7".
Oh yeah, 6'7".
6'7". Yeah. Oh God. Right. Anyway, unless there's any other questions that are going to come in, I'm going to go through all the KB Terrace Talk content that you can get on the channel before we end the stream. So, obviously, KB Terrace Talk is multiple different shows. So, like today is the FPL show. Then on Sunday is the Sunday service show that goes through all the different results of the weekend from Premier League, Championship, League One, and League Two. Then you have Monday Night Millers, because this is a channel created by Rotherham fan, and so it is mostly about Rotherham stuff. And so they have their Monday Night Millers show, which will go through the Rotherham fixture of, I would imagine you're probably going to cover Blackpool game plus the weekend fixture in that Monday night.
I was at that Blackpool game, Mers, and it was like I'd rather watch. You say it's like watching paint dry. I'd rather watch dry paint.
I mean, what's that striker? Clark Harris. You probably would have won if you had him back at the club.
Maybe.
All right, George.
All right. And then finally, the other show that we have on the KB Terrace Talk is the Thursday night Premier League show, where we go through the weekend fixtures of the Premier League with our Premier League panelists, and also do predictions for the upcoming games. So that is going to be it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the KB Terrace Talk channel so you don't miss out on any of the future content. Thank you, GH. Thank you, Tom, for being on the stream. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend. Good luck to your football teams and good luck in FPL.